Welcome everyone, my name is Alessandro and today I'm giving you a brief presentation about my policy, which consists in preserving Sardinian dialect. Let's start. So here you can see the highland of Sardinia with its capital Cagliari in the south. Also here's the table of the contents. So we have the introduction, people in favor of the policy, people against the policy, why a policy should be made, the objectives of the policy, how to implement the policy, some useful theories which might be useful for the implementation, how the information for the implementation will be collected, and finally we have the conclusion. So, Sardinia, a region of Italy and the second biggest island in the Mediterranean Sea, boasts a rich cultural heritage, including the Sardinian dialect, which represents the identity of the island. Sardinian dialect is preserved by the national law on linguistic minorities. However, the dialect faces some challenges due to globalization and the dominance of the Italian language in education. The following policy aims to develop strategies to promote the study and the preservation of the Sardinian dialect, emphasizing its cultural significance, linguistic diversity, and educational benefits, and furthermore fostering its appreciation. Here you can see again the island of Sardinia. So now let's analyze why some people might be in favor of the policy. For some reasons could be cultural preservation. In fact, they want to promote cultural identity and the unique heritage of Sardinia. Another reason could be linguistic diversity. In fact, they want to better understand the depth of our world's cultural tapestry and also to embrace the concept of diversity, which consists in understanding that every individual is unique and celebrating its uniqueness or its rich uniqueness. Then we have community cohesion. In fact, this can allow, of course, community to be more to be closer. Then another reason is historical significance. In fact, understanding the past of the island and preserving its heritage for future generations is of great importance. Another reason is linguistic rights. In fact, the speaker of minority languages should have the same opportunities to use and develop their language as speakers of majority languages, for example. And finally, we have educational benefits. In fact, enhancing the linguistic skills and cultural awareness among students could be a reason for which people might be in favor of the policy. However, there could be some people who could be against the policy, and these are some of the reasons. The first reason is assimilation. In fact, some people might think that the dominant language is more beneficial, for example, Italian. The second reason is nationalism. In fact, some people might think that a dialect threatens national unity or identity. The third reason is a perceived threat. In fact, promoting minority languages can undermine the status or also the dominance of a majority language. The fourth reason is historical prejudices. In fact, these may contribute to opposition. And finally, the last reason is resources allocation. In fact, some people might think that resources could be better used in other fields, for example. Now I'm giving you some reasons for why we should do a policy, where policy should be made. The first reason is cultural significance. In fact, this can allow to reflect the island's past, traditions, and way of life. The second reason is linguistic diversity. In fact, this, of course, enriches the cultural tapestry of Sardinia. The dialect enriches the cultural tapestry of Sardinia, and also this policy could contribute to the preservation of endangered languages and dialects globally, and also it can be extended to not only to the Sardinian dialect but also to various dialects and or minority languages around the world. And then we have educational benefits. In fact, this a policy is really useful to develop linguistic awareness, enhance the communication skills, and to create cognitive development. So these are the objectives of the policy. First of all, the main objective is to raise awareness, which means which can be done through public campaigns, for example. The second objective is a curriculum integration. In fact, it, the study of Sardinian dialect can be integrated from primary schools to universities, for example. The third reason is teacher training. In fact, training programs for teacher and also providing them with the necessary equipment for teaching the dialect can be, of course, one of the most important objective of the policy. The fourth objective is research development. In fact, this is there can be introduced textbooks or audiovisual resources, online courses, social media to promote the study of the dialect. Then we have community empowerment. Of course, the policy, one of the main objectives of the policy is to create partnerships between school, linguistic experts, cultural organizations. Another objective is also language revitalization, which consists in promoting the study of the dialect throughout daily communication, literature, and media. Another objective is linguistic research. In fact, the policy aims also to archiving various forms of the Sardinian dialect to promote its study and its comprehension. And the last objective is linguistic diversity, which, in fact, one of the main objective of the policy is to promote multilingualism. Now let's see some techniques for the implementation of the policy. So how to implement the policy? First of all, we have government support throughout funding and government task force. The policy could be implemented. Then we have collaborations with academic institutions, cultural organizations, language experts, but also regional and national government agencies. Then we have digital resources. In fact, the policy could be implemented through learning apps, online dictionaries. Another point for the implementation is are incentives throughout grants and scholarships, for example. Then we have evaluation and monitoring through the implementation. In fact, could be done throughout for collecting data on students' enrollment, academic achievement, and also community engagement. Then we have public events. The policy could be implemented throughout workshops or seminars, and finally throughout digital platforms such as social media to reach a wider audience. Here I can give you some theories, useful theories for the implementation. The first theory is the language vitality theory, which examines the factors that contribute to the vitality or the endangerment of a language. The second theory is the language ideology theory, which explores the way in which languages are shaped by cultural beliefs and social structures. And then we have the language policy and planning theory, which examines the role of governmental policies and also institutional practices in shaping the language, the use of a certain language, and the language rights. And then finally, we have the cultural ecology theory, which explores the dynamic relationships between human societies and their environments. So how the information will be gathered throughout a multi-method approach, including qualitative interviews with linguists, historians, and community leaders involved in the preservation of the Sardinian dialect. These interviews provide valuable insights into the cultural significance of the dialect, the current state of language revitalization initiatives, and the perceived barriers to its preservation. So we have the conclusion. The Sardinian dialect is a treasure which needs to be celebrated and preserved. Its promotion in Sardinia is not only a matter of cultural significance, but also an investment in the region's future. By implementing the aforementioned strategies, we can empower future generations to connect with their roots, celebrate their identity, and enrich the vibrant tapestry of Sardinian culture. This policy lays the foundation for a concerted effort to promote the study and appreciation of the Sardinian dialect, ensuring language diversity and its vitality for generations to come. And I also want to remember that this policy can also be applied to various dialects all around the world and also for minority languages all around the world. So here you can find some useful information related to my policy. In particular, the fourth link can provide you some data about how many people speak the Sardinian dialect in Sardinia and also some statistics. So my presentation is finished and thank you for your attention.